Hey everyone, welcome back. It's another video on my traveler's notebook, but this time I wanted to share my regular size traveler's notebook. And I normally have my traveler stuff in this pouch. And if there are times that I do feel like bringing a bigger tote bag or something, this is what I carry most of the time. This is the Superior Labor pouch. I honestly don't remember what size this is, but this is not the biggest one, but it fits my standard size traveler's notebook just right. I I don't think it's the most efficient way to store things, but this is what's in my little TN pouch. So I think you've seen this. This is my well, my pencil case. It's green leather. It's scratched, and I really like it scratched. Also, I have been using lately, well, because I just enjoyed my trip from Tokyo. This is what I've been using a lot lately. This is the Black Tokyo Edition Traveler's Notebook. I never really had a black TN, so this is the first black one that I have. So, in terms of whatever is in this pouch, I also have like a clip, this green, olive green Penco clip, and I also am trying to build up this sticker book that well, it's not a sticker book, it's the sticker refill book that I have. It's from the Travelers Company too. And I have been thinking of just, I really wanted to decorate more on my Traveler's Notebook, but I don't think I want colored stuff. I don't know because when you look through my TN, it's you're gonna see that my planner is very basic or very bare. That I don't really have that much stickers, but I really want to have stickers. So we are gonna go through my entire traveler's notebook and see what's inside. In terms of the setup, oh, by the way, I have a little cute charm on my TN right there. Anyway, so in terms of like the entire setup, I sadly do not, well, I'm not using the Travelers Company inserts this year. And, well, let's just go through this. When I mentioned that I do want to have like a little more decoration in my planner, I have these old sticker sheets. These are from In the Mood For. And this is what I had in mind in terms of sticker use on the pages. Oh, well, I don't really intend on layering so much stickers because I am using the take a note in the weekly, it's bi-weekly, weekly dated insert. And for me, it's the best setup I have. Well, I finally have for years. This thing is for the entire year. I am very happy with this. I think this is the best setup I've had, and I hope that Take a Note keeps it, like keeps this format, because I remember messaging them that, oh, your weekly is really nice, but I hope you like the weekly one in the form, but it wasn't dated. But as I have messaged them that it would be nice to have something weekly dated, but for an entire year, because I remember that insert had a lot of blank grid pages at the back, which I never really get got to use, and I felt bad. So I wanted like something just in one book, and this is why this book or insert excites me crazy. So I'm gonna go through all of the pages with you, and I don't mind sharing a few things. So the cover, I have not exactly thought of yet what I wanted to do with this year at a glance, but we'll see. But definitely what I have enjoyed, hang on, let me zoom this properly. I briefly mentioned that with this part, because this is like the quarterly spread, I don't really intend to have plans on this. I don't know why. but I felt like it was a much better fit for me to use it as a cash flow, not entirely all the things that I buy or all the things that I like get or from income and expenses, but really most more on the big spending things. So I know I spent like this on shoes, and it's not necessarily all the stationery that I get. I don't think I have stationery here. Oh, actually, I don't have stationery here, but really more on the big ticket items. Well, big ticket, not like those. Anyway, but I already have in mind like what exactly big ticket purchases are. So I have here those Vivaya snacks that I got, groceries. Oh, also when I bought new pillows from Nitori, I really loved it. It was way, way better than those Tempur pillows that I used to have. So I was able to get a new pair of eyeglasses, the one I showed you, the one I got from Tokyo, New Balance sneakers, a Coach bag, and I had a stationary D stash, and this was part one of what I was able to get. So you're gonna notice that the dark ones are expenses. I don't know if it shows in camera though, but the dark writing, the stuff that are written in a darker ink, those are expenses, and the one in a lighter ink is an income. So it helps me that way. And since this is my planner, I think even without a key, I know what it signifies already. And this is how I intend to keep my spending on track. I'm not saying I won't spend because that's never gonna happen. I mean, I just booked a flight to Canada again, and my point is that I can't just keep spending on things that I like, so I let it marinate in the cart, maybe for like a month. And if I still want it, maybe I'll get it. But I feel like I'm not deprived from shopping because I think I'm very much content with the stuff that I already have. Mostly you're gonna see here like our sneakers and flats and shoes because I don't really spend like impulse buying. Do I impulse buy on those? But that's besides the point. But I think, do I impulse buy on shoes? Maybe sneakers, but you're gonna see here that I bought flats, so I feel like it's a little more responsible shopping for me because it's not sneakers, with the exception of the 1906 from New Balance because those are the best for walking and travel. I hands down when I was walking all the way all day in Calgary last year, I did not get tired at all, and it was major walking. So that's what made me decide to get the 1906s. And then for the Vivaya ones, you're gonna see that I also got another pair. I was so happy because the first pair that I got, I was able to use it walking around in Tokyo, like days on in Tokyo, and I was not tired. My feet didn't hurt at all. And it would be really nice to see what this would look like filled throughout the year. So I know exactly what I've been buying and I like it. I appreciate it even more. It's not supposed to be like everything that I spend on because I'm not going to show here that I bought lunch or anything, but really more on the things that are like, yeah, as I mentioned, kind of big ticket items. You know what I mean? Well, if you don't, at least I have an idea what I'm trying to monitor or manage. Really, I just want to be spending smarter instead of buying everything I see that's nice, which is really bad because I can't do that. It's not like it's effortless shopping. So this is December of last year, and yeah, that's so much. You're gonna see those little plain stickers, those dot stickers signify dates that I have to be in the office. But technically, that's just it for the entire month. The Take a Note bi-weekly starts on December of the previous year. This is the first time that they released this, at least for 2025, that's what I mean. So this is what I've been using. And no, it doesn't really come with rounded edges. I just corner punched each and every page. But this is how I have been using the monthlies. And it's very basic. And I wanted to add a little more fun. And so I have like just a strip of washi tape here. I really can't remember where this is from, but if you look at my previous videos, I think you're going to be seeing that there's a difference because this is another insert that I used because I spilled ink on my old insert, so I kind of had to do this again. But I had the Chinese like predictions per month based on if I am losing light, I'm sorry because I just got home and I'm trying to film this video. This is January again, just like a small strip of washi for a bit of color. And I really wanted to add a little more. I'll see what I can do if my tendencies to add a little more decoration is going to be, working. But there. What I normally appreciate with a monthly layout like this is that if I have bills to pay, instead of just writing when I paid the bill, I would rather that. Oh, here you go. So I have an example here. I like that I have this example where I have a date that's paid and I have a bill that's not yet paid. So instead of like being so confused with the credit card bills, all I do is that as soon as I get the bill notification, I put it down, I write it down, I write down the amount that I have to pay on the day that it is due. But also, I have a little extra space to put paid when I was able to pay it because well, not apparently, but if my due date is on the 27th and I'm already able to pay on the 6th, why would I have to bother like making it longer? So I just rather pay it as soon as I can because I don't want to be thinking of bills and their due dates because I really just do not like having to worry about those. The dates don't necessarily have to be completely filled out for me. I'm fine that this is the monthly view because it just really shows a brief overview of what I have done, and I appreciate it that way. I also have this metal copper clip from Midori, and it serves as a bookmark on what month it's on. And then all the rest, it's just bare and blank. But I do have to write the Chinese predictions soon. In terms of the weekly, I honestly think this is the best and most efficient setup for me. And it's really my favorite way of planning because it keeps me on track of everything. First of all, these little corner markers are days that I have to be in the office. It seems a little too neurotic maybe to have all those reminders when I have to be at the office because I really don't want to miss out on days that I have to be there because I try to be a responsible employee too. And besides, it's the job that funds your stationery and hobbies, but you know so again, it's really more like it hasn't changed to be honest. So everything that is on oh yeah, before I go on, this is a 2 week spread already, which feels very efficient for me. The lines in the center, I just drew that because in my head it works that everything on the left side is where I have to be or where my car has to be, where my dad has to be. I think I've spoken about this quite some time. It's not like a very complicated way of trying to organize things or where I have to be, but it really works for the way I think, how my job is, how my life at home is, because I am living with my dad because I don't want my dad to be alone. So I moved back in for my dad. So everything here is like, so you're gonna see here that it's office due. So my dad has a lunch with his friend. So I know that I don't have a car, and he has plans, and it keeps things updated for me. So my dad has dinner. I know that I don't have a car, and lunch at my aunt's house, and that's how it feels like everything's organized for me. So this is the another. So this also, I just get to write stuff. My dad has plans. My dog has their doggy spa appointments, dinner plans. Everything here on the right side, it gives me a reminder, or it's where I can just randomly list down all the things that I have done for the day. And I don't, if I believe if I have something for that day, I just write it on top. So I think I have a few. Oh, I don't have like stuff to do yet because most part of my job is really routinary. There's nothing strikingly different that happens throughout different days. And even if there are kind of new things that I have to do, it's also due on that same day. So I just write everything down. And I just think it has kept me more efficient that way. Like I keep things on track and I don't forget things. This was the week that I was in Tokyo. So I didn't we well, we had an itinerary in mind, but like any shopping duo that goes together on a shopping trip in Tokyo, it doesn't necessarily follow that we will be able to go through every single thing. So what I did was, even if I did have that itinerary on my phone, it's where we were that I actually wrote down. So I kind of like it more because even if I wrote it down here, it's going to be kind of the same thing on the right side. So I just took out the entire space and I didn't mind. And see, exactly, even if I have this there on top, like it takes up the entire space, just ignoring the line I made, it doesn't matter because there are still things, I can still put things under it and it still makes sense for me. I'm gonna zoom this in so you have an idea what I'm talking about. So there. It has been very helpful for me and I don't know if I'm gonna keep repeating this, but this is the best setup I've ever had because with the other layouts, I feel like I'm wasting so much space considering how small my handwriting is. This has been the one that really works for me and it's an entire year already for me and it works just so well. And in terms of, oh, by the way, fountain pen. I'm using fountain pens here. They're, I'm not sure if this is considered ghosting. So let me kind of make this nearer, closer. Is that ghosting enough for you? But the pages are thin. I think that might be the only complaint or something I noticed different about the usual take a note pages. This is substantially thinner than the other books. I'm sorry. I think the A6 and the A5 and the B6. It was thicker than this paper. But I'm not complaining because I still like it. And I don't know, I might be the only one who is as weird as I am. But I really like feeling the ridges of my handwriting from the previous page. I don't know. I don't know. There's just this thing that I enjoy. But anyway, so that's how it is. But in terms of like bleeding, I don't think it bleeds at all. It's just that, yeah, I write with a heavy hand. And there. No, you get the picture. That's just how basic my traveler's notebook insert looks like. And oh, this is the current week that I have. So see, I wasn't even able to log down the things that I did today. It's actually the 7th of March and I just got home and I'll be filling this out. But I decided since I'm going to be busy the entire weekend, I wouldn't have time to shoot a video and I wanted to share this with you guys because it's still kind of new to me and also it's what I shared on the Techo Kaigi 2025 that I'm still using it, but I don't want to be pressuring anyone that just because I said that I said it on the Techo Kaigi video, I'll still be using it. But I really have put a lot of thought into how to organize things in my head and on paper that I don't have to adjust to the planner. The planner is suited the way I like it and the way my lifestyle is. Does that make sense? I don't know. But anyway, so that's that. It this one has grid pages at the back too, and I need to fill this out. Also, I have a list, the things at the back. This is the lost list and the shopping log. So I've never really, huh? I haven't updated my lost list because I don't really have much of a lost list right now. But I do want to give my room a quick makeover. But that's another thing that I have in mind. Also, I have a swatch area at the back. And this is just me checking out if my inks are gonna bleed horribly, and just minor bleeding, which doesn't really is not really a big deal for me because I don't really use the thicker stamps anyway. But yeah, that's that. And of course, I have on the last page. I also have this swatch thing, so it shows the pen that I've used and what I inked it with. I'm sorry if it's getting darker. I'm trying to like hurry up and all. But basically, this is my take a note planner, and this is what I am looking forward to using the entire year already. Because it really works for me, and I'm glad that it does. And I want to keep using it for the entire year. Next, that next that I have is this is kind of new. What I'm planning to do. I turned 40 last year, and I wanted to document all the trips that I've taken. This is pretty different from just being the usual travel journal. Or, sorry, I take it back. This is going to be the travel journal. This is an insert that I got from Traveler's Factory in Nakamiguro, and this is the Bomb Kuchen collab insert. I believe that the grids are smaller than the regular Travelers Company grid notebook, and that's in white, and this is in cream paper. And I'm excited to fill this out. I will be backlog journaling, travel journaling. I will be putting my Canada trip last year here, and photos are gonna be there too. So I'm excited to fill this out. It's not gonna be like my regular everyday journal, but I just want to keep. That's why I have my boarding pass when I went to Tokyo. Here, you're gonna see that I have my old boarding pass from Canada. This is Calgary to Vancouver. Oh, yeah, it's hmm. Oh yeah, this was my arrival. Yeah, this is when I arrived to Calgary. So that was August, and I'm planning to go back to Canada on October until November. So I have this, and I'm excited to fill this out. If you're interested in seeing when I fill this with the 2024 Canada travels, please let me know, and I would gladly share this with you guys. I don't know why I still had this, but I think I'm going to be putting it on the journal part. And of course, I have the Canon blue paper thing because I am using this. I'm using this zinc photo printer for my everyday journal, which is the Pal Planner, but I might be using the Canon QX10 on this one. QX10 is the one that prints out photos like this square one. This was taken in the Calgary airport before I cried my heart out leaving my brother and my sister-in-law and my nephews. But that's it for my traveler's notebook in the regular size. It's getting way dark right now, and I'm glad that I was able to actually finish this on time. And I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that I was able to explain how the Traveler's Notebook is working for me. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!